awards. Our next award is for an outstanding act of bravery. The winner is Fireman, Tony Baker from South Wales, but the act for which he's being recognised tonight has nothing to do with his day job. Before we find out what he did, let's see the rather unusual way he was told he'd won the award.
The New Inn fire station in South Wales. This morning, Red Watch have been asked to look at a training video. They think they're being filmed for a local news item. What no one knows is that firefighter Tony Baker is about to get a message from two rather special people.
Hi Tony, I have a very, very special announcement to make to you. Tony, congratulations. You have won the Pride of Britain Award.
Congratulations, Tony. It's an extraordinary effort you made. On behalf of New York's finest and myself, we salute you and hope you have a great time on your great evening.
Wales salutes you too.
Hello, mate.
Gobsmacked. Cheers, Mugger. Absolutely gobsmacked.
A bit of a shock for Tony there, but as you're about to see, Tony Baker is a man who takes most things in his stride.
A gang of brutal robbers terrorised communities across Wales and the south of England. Armed with guns, knives and often wearing distinctive masks, the three-man team viciously worked their way from Buckinghamshire through Surrey and into Wales. In 2 months they strike at 21 shops and post offices.
They were a very brutal gang, three men who were quite prepared to use any level of violence to carry out their aims.
But they were about to meet their match in the Welsh village of Usk. Tony Baker and his wife Felicity were on their way home. Stopping for milk, neither had any idea what it was they were about to walk into.
Get on the floor!
First thing I knew anything was wrong, Fliss had spun on her heels and ran out of the shop. I didn't know that the gun was real or fake, so I took the chance.
Get out here! Bring them back!
Tony knew he had to lure the robbers away from the shop, and in a selfless act of bravery put himself in the firing line.
Tony made a conscious decision that there were victims inside the premises and he was going to try and stop them.
Really, my plan initially was just to scare them, to see if they'd run.
Come on in!
But while I was backing off, it was actually drawing them further and further out of the danger for everyone else.
Instead, it was Tony who took the full force of the gang's aggression.
I was worried. I heard him shout and didn't really know what he got himself into.
Moments later, the police arrived. Felicity and Tony were reunited.
When I saw him appear, he had a hand on his head, and I just panicked then. The realisation now, something could have gone horribly wrong and he might not be with us, is quite frightening.
We'd realised at that point in time what Tony had actually done, because on the ground just outside the shop was the firearm that had been used in that particular robbery, and this was a vital piece of evidence to us.
Using DNA taken from the gun, the robbers were traced and caught. They were sentenced to a total of 43 years.
I think he's a very brave individual. I think he had a lot of courage that day, and it took some special courage, I think.
I'm very proud of him. He's very brave, a little bit silly as well.
On the 4th of November 2003, Usk was shocked when armed robbers raided the post office. I knew the people actually behind the counter and in front of the counter. The gentleman had a triple heart bypass and was manhandled actually by the counter. I asked myself, wonder what I'd have done if I had actually been in there. Would I have actually stepped up to the mark and done anything, would I have just shut up and stayed at the back? A fortnight later, almost the hour, scum were back, and I found out the true answer. As my wife went into the shop and then spun on her heels and actually ran out, thank God. I turned around to actually see a person there with a mask on, gun in hand, and it was time to stop it. So I'll give it as good as I got, and thank God I actually drew them out. But I'd just like to say sorry to the general taxpayer, because for 43 years we're actually now having to pay for a roof over their heads and 3 square meals a day for them.
Thank you, Tony. Well, our award winner, Tony, is a good Welshman, so we wanted a good Welsh woman to present you with your award. So we've a young lady who's gone from a teenager to a crazy chick, and she's still only 19. Please welcome Charlotte Church.
Unbelievable.
You're proud of them too,
Absolutely. I mean, what did your wife think of it? What did Felicity think?
I think she thought I was a silly sod for getting involved.
I can imagine, but unbelievable what you did. So really, everybody's very proud of you. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Congratulations.